Yo, what's going on, Blackish fam? I hope all is well in your corner of the world. Man, I've been getting into some Black Thought today and just figured I'd continue with it. And I came across one, I don't know, I must have overlooked this. This is Benny the Butcher featuring Black Thought called Crown for Kings. And I thought I went over something like this before, but it doesn't, it's not ringing a bell. I don't see it in my playlist. So, yo, let's check it out together. This is again Benny the Butcher featuring Black Thought, Crown for Kings. And whenever you say Black Thought's name, you have to say this man never spit a whack verse, right? Let's get into it. Well, that's a little Al Green, right? I don't think I've definitely haven't heard this. Now that you're here with me. Ooh, a little stepping music. Spinner. That you wanna do. One, two, three, four. But now the day has come. Let you know where I'm coming from. Yeah. Now let's see if I can get my hat on with the. You gotta do it like this. Is it like, oh no, like this? Like check it out. Right? Smooth. Oh, player from the Himalayas.
This marathon shit, so let's see who first to the finish. If it's less than 100 racks, it don't deserve your attention, cause burdens come with it. My second test was serving a sentence. My first was make a brick jump. Yeah, let me say before I forget, loving you, baby, is where it's at, yeah.
I was too busy dancing to hear when the track started.
This marathon shit, so let's see who first to the finish. If it's less than 100 racks, it don't deserve your attention, cause birds.
For those that don't know, 100 racks is a stack. $1,000 is a rack, right? So 100 racks. He's saying if it's less than 100,000, it's not even worth my time, right?
Come with it. My second test was serving a sentence. My first was make a brick jump like it was hurdling fences.
Making a brick jump. He's talking about flipping bricks, right? That's he's moving weight. He's drug dealing, right?
My last shit was a courtesy, nigga. And further we had bust downs before you heard of me, nigga.
Woo! He said, yo, I been had hoes, right? Hoes ain't new to me, bruh. Come on now. You mofos be out here dancing for these hoes, right? He said, bro, when you've had hoes before you had dough, hoes ain't shit, bro.
Test was serving a sentence. My first was make a brick jump like it was hurdling fences. Certainly, my last shit was a courtesy, nigga. And further we had bust downs before you
heard of me, nigga.
Shoe boxes stacked with racks sitting vertically in them.
Oh, shoe boxes, right? When you got dough, a lot of people know, if you know any drug dealers or whatnot, if they're stacking real dough, they're putting that money in a shoebox. It's normally readily available. But most people would put it horizontally or they tie rubber bands. He said, yo, I stack it vertically, right? I need the space, bro. There's a lot of shoe boxes I gotta fill.
Look, I'm here because I deserve to be, nigga. I sat back a vet and watched beginners winning my belts. Bert Bridges came back a good swimmer like Phelps.
Oh, bro, listen to what he said. He said, I sat back, right? I'm a vet, kicking back with my feet up. But I've also watched beginners going after what's mine, what should have been mine, right? He said, yo, I burned my bridges. That means you cut relationships off, normally in a bad way, right? You burn that bridge behind you so they can't come with you. But he said, yo, I came back a good swimmer like Phelps, right? And, that's an understatement. Shout out Michael Phelps because he got a little attention because he was smoking weed and they dropped him for the Subway commercials. Michael Phelps, he's actually a second, right? So he's probably a junior, but he's a competitive swimmer. And he's like the most successful and most decorated Olympian of all time. This dude has 28 medals, right? He holds the all-time record for Olympic gold medals in individual events and Olympic medals in individual individual events. But the dude, 28 medals, that's just unheard of, bro.
Young black male, what y'all dealing? Take your whole life to get it. It only lasts you a minute. In the kitchen counting cash with cats with backward agendas. Put a Benz in a break, then toss it.
Listen to what he's saying, right? He's dropping that knowledge on you. I'll run it back. But he said, young black male, what y'all dealing, right? He said it take your whole life to get it, right? It takes your whole life to come up and get this dough. And it only takes 1 minute for some dumbass dude with a backwards agenda, he says, to take it from you, right? To either rob you, kill you, whatever it might be. That's how quick, right? It goes in the blink of an eye.
Was a courtesy, nigga. And further we have bust downs before you heard of me, nigga. Shoe boxes stacked with racks sitting vertically in them. I'm fresh out of luck. I'm here cause I deserve to be, nigga. I sat back a vet and watched beginners winning my belts. Burnt my bridges, came back a good swimmer like Phelps. You know the feeling. Young black male, what y'all dealing? Take your whole life
right, to get it. It only lasts you a minute.
In the kitchen counting cash
with cats with backward agendas.
Put a Benz in a break, then toss it back in the blender. That was us. Next to a big, like I was Puff. Young.
Next to Big, right? Biggie and Puff were always tight. Puff, P. Diddy. What other names he went by, right? The D, the I, the D, the D, the Y, the D, the I, the D, that's Diddy. Doo-doo, 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 doo-doo. I don't think my shoulders work like that anymore. Right? Oh, I'm stupid.
You a minute in the kitchen counting cash with cats with backward agendas. Put a Benz in a break, then toss it back
in the blender next to a Big, like I was Puff.
All the OGs 30 and up.
No, it don't say much when all the OGs are 30 and up, right? But that's how it be in the hood. The OGs are really just 30. They've been through the shit, and they got the scars to prove it. They got the gray and white hairs to prove it. When I turned 30, I already had mostly a white beard. It just skipped gray. It just went directly to white. And, it's probably where I come from, right? I come from the inner city of Chicago. A lot of people try to judge, like, oh, where is Chicago? You from the suburbs, bro. No, bro. I was out here in Chicago in these streets as a youth, right? I might be in the suburbs now. I could probably take this camera and show you a beautiful field and park and basketball court and a stocked lagoon with catch and release fishing and a skate park, and I got a pool in the back. But it took years to build this up, right? I had to make moves and pull myself out of the inner city and get away from Chicago. So I don't want to hear it, bro.
Cats with backward agendas, put a Benz in a break, then toss it back in the blender. That was us. Next to a Big, like I was
Puff. All the OGs 30 and up.
And Alexander McQueen kicks just the dirty.
Ooh, those Alexander McQueen kicks. He's spending dough, right? Dough on those.
Money tree branches break when they not sturdy enough.
Oh, money tree, right? Money tree. Who knows about the chicks be in the hood lighting those money candles, right? If you buy the money candles at the store, it smell like straight shit, right? They got the money candle burning, but what he said is the money tree, but the branches break when they're not sturdy, right? If you're going to have a money tree, it needs to be sturdy as hell, right?
See, I was good with the bad guy roll. Water in my jewels, put them on and baptize.
Ooh, bless you, bitch. Right? It's for you, bitch. It's for you, bitch.
Shack-size souls, the flatline nose.
He said, walk in my shoes. We got Shaq-size souls, right? Shaq, Shaquille O'Neal. Imagine how big his feet are. I don't know his exact dimensions, but he's basically saying, like, yo, these are some big shoes to fill.
When they not sturdy enough, see, I was good with the bad guy roll. Water in my jewels, put them on and
baptize hoes.
Walk in my shoes, we got Shaq-size souls, the flatline nose, whack rap niggas wearing half-size clothes.
Whack rap, we flatline those, right? We kill when you have a flatline on a monitor, like a heart monitor, it flatlines when you're dead. He's saying we'll flatline whack rap motherfuckers that are wearing half-size clothes, right? These old skinny jean and a skirt ass rappers, right? Come on now.
Bad guy roll, water in my jewels, put them on and baptize hoes.
Bow for you, bitch.
Got Shaq-size souls, the flatline nose, whack rap niggas
wear half-size clothes. Ooh. Oh, what's that? Silly with the 9 milli with the dilly, yo. Yo. My main thug is named Julio. We moody, yo. Hit you with the 9 milli with the dilly, yo. Right? That's Busta Rhymes. Old Busta Rhymes, man. The cat was creative. Like nothing else you've ever heard. If you want to put your hands where my eyes can see. Don't, whatever it got for me. Right? Do-do-doom, doom, doom. Do-do-doom, doom, doom. Yeah, some reason I feel like doing Thriller in this bitch. Doom, doom, doom. Yeah, right?
About 6 hours from Philly. That's an hour on the plane. I make it 3 in the Bentley. My bitch keeps saying I'm famous, but it ain't hit me. I'm too ghetto, mellowed out. This Hollywood shit tricky. See, before I knew an A&R, I was waiting hard back when Nicki Minaj was in a training bra.
Said he been in it for a minute.
Judge give you life, and later that day, he gonna be playing golf. I'm from that era, we don't pay it if you waited wrong. Back when your parents got your baby shoes plated bronze.
Yo,
hip-hop.
It's old school. They take your baby shoes and they do them bronze on like this plaque. And if you really want to talk about hood, they take your baby shoes and put them on the rear view mirror, right? And you got little baby mics up there and shit.
Made it off.
And then a fitted cap in the back window.
So quarters just so happen I'm the author of the songs. They bullshitted me, I played along. More balls than them niggas who got hit with the Reagan laws.
Oh, you know, Reagan's administration really started mass incarceration or disproportionately affecting people of color, right? When Reagan took office in 1980, the total prison population was something like 300,000. It basically doubled by the time he left office 8 years later, and it was above 600,000, right? Now, that staggering rise, who did it affect the most? People of color, right? And it's been that way. It remains that way today, that people of color are disproportionately targeted by not just the police, but laws that are put in action. Was that a trumpet? Or is that like the... probably...
When we was hooked in the hood, getting booked like literature kept us shook. Like
getting booked like literature, right? Talking about getting booked, also playing on mass incarceration, right? Getting hooked in the hood, you getting caught up, right? Getting booked like literature, book.
When the boogeyman coming to get you, we was crooks, trying to cop more rides and Great Adventure. Any image?
Great Adventure, I think it's called Great America out here. It's a sign. It's a what do they call it? Amusement park, but I think there's a Six Flags Great America. I think Six Flags is the parent company, perhaps.
Reagan laws. Let's go.
Black Dot just kills it every time I hear this cat.
When we was hooked in the hood, getting booked like literature kept us shook. Like when the boogeyman coming to get you.
Oh, shook. But that's also a play on Mobb Deep, right? Shook, ain't no love of halfway crooks, right? So it's definitely a play on that.
Like when the boogeyman coming to get you, we was crooks, trying to cop more rides and Great Adventure.
Yeah, Great Adventure is definitely the play on Six Flags. Again, it's Great America out here. Great Adventure, probably East Coast.
When we was hooked in the hood, getting booked like literature kept us shook. Like when the boogeyman coming to get you, we was crooks, trying to cop more rides.
Right, the Great Adventure. But copping rides, right? Buying whips.
Not a father was in the picture, there was
there's no father figures in the hood. One could argue that that's not coincidence, right? There's been a lot of reason. It seems like they attack black men and try to remove them out of the community more than others. Almost like if you were to do a home invasion, who do you attack first, right? You normally attack the father, the dad, because he's the one most likely to put up the most amount of resistance. After you get the dad out of the way, I'm not saying, I'm just saying, right?
Not a bite nor swallow was in the kitchen. Real niggas, not a father was in the picture. There was times, not a bite nor swallow was in the kitchen.
Oh, we didn't have no food, right? Not a bite nor swallow was in the kitchen. It's hard times, bro. Motherfuckers making syrup sandwiches. What you know about syrup sandwiches or mustard sandwiches? Because you ain't got no hot dogs, you ain't got no burger, but you got bread, you got ketchup, mustard, maybe some onions. Put that bad boy together and, hard times, bro. You got to do what you got to do, right?
Not a father was in the picture. There was times, not a bite nor swallow was in the kitchen. Real niggas made an industry out of their intuition. The darkest outcome, sprinting to outrun the reaper.
Sprinting to outrun the reaper. The Grim Reaper is on your ass. Wants you any way he can get you, right? And boy, you be in the hood straight. Usain Bolt on that ass, right? Getting little, right? A lot of people... I don't know if it's a Midwest thing or what, but I was talking to some dude and he didn't know what getting little meant. I was like, getting little is like when you're dipping from the law or for dipping from anybody and you're running so fast that you just get smaller and smaller from their perspective, right? Like you just hit the sunset on that ass. You got little on his ass, right? I said that to somebody and they were like, I've never heard that before. I'm like, motherfucker, where have you been? We've been getting little on motherfuckers for years.
Be the food in the mouth for the beast, for whom the bell tolls. Crown Kings in Adidas suits and shell toes. We had to throw a lot of body blows.
Whenever I hear Crown Kings, or I always think of, you know, I have a daughter, and I always think of, it's Coronation Day, right? Frozen. A coronation is what you have when you're basically passing down the crown, or you're, right? It's like passing the throne or the next in line. It's a celebration. Going over that.
The elbows, wishing we could get from Snyder Ave to Melrose without the dapper,
you know, moving on up, right?
Bags and jail clothes that
we said without the Dapper Dan body bags, right? The Dapper Dan bags, I believe, were the what do they call those? Like almost like fanny packs, but huge, if I'm not mistaken. Obviously, the wordplay is on body bags, but the real ones, especially on the East Coast, know about Dapper Dan.
niggas not the lollygag when hell rolls. We real.
That, you know, telling people don't lollygag. That's like, don't mess around, right? Don't play around. Don't just bullshit. Walk with purpose, bro. Like Black Dot says, what is it? Walk on eggshells, sleep on a bed of nails, right? That's from the Funkmaster Flex flow.
The bell tolls, Crown Kings in Adidas suits and shell toes. We had to throw a lot of
butt blows and elbows.
We could get from Snyder Ave to
Melrose.
Without the Dapper Dan body bags and
jail clothes.
That warn niggas not the lollygag when
hell rolls.
We railroaded through the thick of things for gold chains and chicken chains. Throwing flames is growing pains. When in the game in the blow, ashes in the snow. It's no remains. Push the
almost like when a bomb goes off, right? Imagine after Hiroshima, right? You can still see the shadow of the victims, but there's no body, right? And he said, in the blow, ashes in the snow, there's no remains, right? Ooh.
As it could go, we overcame the obstacles, but when you official, the block miss you. Even if the old crew choose not to rock with you, we was blue-black, stuck in the glue trap. Pull my own self up.
When somebody's blue-black, it means they're dark as fuck. It almost looks like they're holding their breath, right? But he says stuck in the glue trap, right? Stuck in the trap house, play on being stuck, but can't get out, right?
In the blow, ashes in the snow. It's no remains. Push the wheel as fast as it could go. We overcame the obstacles, but when you official, the block miss you. Even if the old crew choose not to rock with you, we was blue-black.
Stuck in the glue trap.
I had to pull my own self up by the bootstrap.
Ooh. When you pull yourself up by the bootstrap, it's like, yo, you do what you got to do to make it out, right?
Teach the young hitters to shoot back. I've been living proof that the pressure make precious stones, and real Clarence savants remain lesser known. But anybody who question you, send a message to them. I see my seat at the table to be a blessed throne. Try and pressure make precious stones, and real Clarence.
He said, I've been living proof that the pressure makes precious stones, right? Like the pressure, you can make diamonds by increasing amounts of pressure in the dirt.
Savants remain lesser known, but anybody.
A clairvoyant, or a clairvoyant is somebody who can possibly see the future, I believe. A savant is someone that really excels, almost like a genius.
Who question you, send a message to him. I see my seat at the table to be a blessed throne. Triumph in tragedy, his majesty muscle never atrophy. The devil is a cash.
Atrophy, right? He's talking about losing effectiveness, or you lose if something's underused or neglect. Right?
Sucker, you never capture me, even though you've been after me, motherfucker. You gotta bring an army to harm me. I occupy the capacity of the decapitator of a hater in this modern day. My dossier no less than L'Esprit Cavassier. I'm sure
past the Cavassier.
Time for and Cartier self-made.
High-end brands.
Sommelier of reserve, flowing from the blackest fountain. It's all love from public housing to the Atlas Mountains. I've established the average to always bat 1,000. So after butchering this track,
butchering this track, right, with Benny the Butcher.
Back to counting the money generated from me leaving microphones broke. Probably almost on par with all the Escobar's coke.
Ooh, Pablo Escobar.
Just in case you mention in an interview you want smoke, nigga. 2 for 10.
Ooh, shit. Listen to that beat. Sick, just sick. Run that back. No. But yo, if you guys are fans of Benny the Butcher, Black Thought, I try to find artists that have something to say. At the very least, you have to be lyrical, right? But obviously, I want to try to get someone who's discussing positive change, positivity in the hood, or just something intellectual. Just don't come with the same old bullshit that everyone else comes with. And man, Benny the Butcher and Black Dot, they know how to bring it, right? When I saw these two on the track, I'm like, yo, the Crown for Kings, we're definitely getting into this. Yo, if you're a fan of intellectual breakdowns, intellectual music, man, show some love. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. We're just getting into scratching the surface on some of the more lyrically dense artists. And man, we just have a ton to get through. From people like Joyner Lucas, Nas, J. Cole, Toby Wigway, Ciroc, Akala, Marlon Craft, Nas, Kanye West. We're getting into it. And yo, if you're a fan, we'd love to see you on the channel. Let's get it.